Are you aware what the butterfly? Okay, okay. Are you aware of what the butterfly? The butterfly effect is the idea that tiny, seemingly like non-important decisions in your life will have drastic effects on your future. And I never really understood why that doesn't cause people absolute like dread. I'm on the younger side, so I'm just gonna be speaking on how it feels for me, for someone of my age. I'm in high school, later years of high school, grade 12. But it's just that this is the year where people tell you to make so many decisions that will drastically change how your life goes from this point on. Like, I really don't understand why everything is just randomly sprung on you on your last year. I feel like uh schools and should make more of an effort to speak on you about it. But that's neither here nor there. So let's go. It causes me fear that I'm being told that I have to grow up. I have to make all these decisions for myself. Like, not in a I'm a baby and I don't want to make decisions for myself. In a way of, you all tell me all of the time about how I'm not grown yet. I shouldn't feel like a grown up yet. We're still growing. We're not adults yet, evidently. But we get sprung these things on us, and then there's a theory out there that says every little decision I make may change drastically what that future is gonna be for me. Does that not cause everyone who hears about that just horrible fear? Like, I try to make pretty okay decisions for my life because I don't want to end up in a bad scenario for myself. But if every small decision I make will ultimately decide how my future goes, doesn't that kind of make the fact that you ponder over all of these big decisions kind of pointless? Like, if especially because I believe that, under this, all your actions have a significant effect on your life. So, is it pointless? Is it truly just random whether you succeed or not? Especially in your late for people in their grade 12 year, we have a couple more months. We should have already started applying to unis. We should it's if but and it's sorry, but it feels odd to think about because, again, you have to pick your program, and that will help you pick your job. And if you don't pick the right job, you're absolutely cooked. That's the simplest way to put it. Especially in recent years, although I feel like this was probably the hardest question for someone of any generation. I feel that people of 2025, people graduating in 2026, have new things that they have to think of. Why is it that as I pick my future, have to worry about the fact some robot might take my job in 10, 20 years? That's crazy. I don't understand why that's just not fair. Like, this sounds silly to say out loud, but it's just not. It feels as if things are just stacked against you to the point where it doesn't feel like you're supposed to win. When you're younger, right, you're not really told about all these things. But whenever you ask questions, people are always there to answer. And although I think that's really nice, I feel that we've kind of forgotten that our young adults are still learning. People kind of give young adults a bad rap. They say that you're only 19, you're only 20. Wow, you have no idea about life. You don't know this, you don't know that. But then, because you're still under the label of adult, they don't feel the need to help you as much as you did before. When you were younger, if you were ever lost or something like that, there was always someone you could turn to, you could ask for help, and then they would help you. They would try their hardest. Why? Because they always say, "You're the you're our nation's future. You should be cared for." But but it kind of feels that as you grow older, you come to realize that these people, they don't care for you as much as they say they do. They say they care. They say that you're one of the most important things that could happen to them. But it ultimately feels that once you get over the age of like 17, people stop caring about you as much. Now you're bothersome. Why why they always hit you with the why haven't you done this yet? Why don't you have a job yet? Why haven't you picked your school yet? Why haven't you picked a program yet? And it's like, I'm sorry, but these decisions you've sprung on me in the last years are going to be one of the hardest of my life. I'm sorry I wasn't just able to fully understand and like know the best thing to do. I need time to think. It kind of feels that as you grow, people just don't give you that benefit anymore. You've kind of like lost you've kind of lost the importance of the world. And I feel like that importance that is being lost is going to be something that affects people a lot. There's a lot of things I fear about growing up. I've always wondered if I was on the right path. I'm trying to go into business because I truly do enjoy the idea of just talking over contracts, that whole spiel. It's just, is it the right thing to do? I've always questioned. Like, there are paths, there are paths elsewhere that definitely pay more. There are definitely things that would be considered a more profitable market. But like, I don't enjoy those things as much. But is it wrong of me to go for things I enjoy more than the things that pay well? Is that objectively wrong of me? Do I owe the people to who raised me to be some successful guy just because they brought me here without my permission? Feels These are just things that I've always wondered. I've always thought like, if if I was brought here just to continue a cycle, does my individuality even matter? The whole idea of should care for children because they are the future of the nation, I feel is a little um is wrong, because although these children are the future of the nation, that's not all they are. These are individuals who are going to struggle. We are going to struggle a lot, and we're just gonna have to deal with that. I don't want to be just uh it's like just reducing someone to their parts. It's like you don't care that this person is a person. You care that they're going to continue the cycle of humanity, of betterment of society. And I feel that someone shouldn't have to be a positive for society for them to matter. I believe that all life should just intrinsically matter. But that's just kind of me. Um, one of the greatest things I fear about growing up is losing the connections with the people I like have come to love and really care for. Adults always say like, or not adults, but you hear so many horror stories of how these people had so many friends when they were younger, and because of how life had really dealt them, like life is so hard that people feel that it's impossible to hold a connection with people and be able to have friends. It's like these people who were so close when they were younger, they drift apart because they have to struggle, not live. They have to struggle through life. I believe that the life that's being set up for every young adult currently, unless you have a a rather good background, I don't think it's a life that you would want to live. I feel life is just kind of a struggle that you kind of force yourself into because It's the cycle of being human. And because of that, we're just meant to eat. We're meant to eat, sleep, work, and just repeat all until we have children of our own and then die, just so those children could continue this awful cycle. I don't know. That's just truly and fully why I am utterly just afraid of growing up. And I hope that I don't really know what to do with myself anymore.